See.
Alright, so this is part of the punishments from the round of Critic League failures last year, which means I'm here to play Final Fantasy XIII. You'll note I'm supposed to play Final Fantasy XIII-2, but I promised Brett I would finish 13 beforehand so that I know what I'm getting into. We were also supposed to be playing Gangsta Woman tonight, which is why Wyatt's here. But Gangsta Woman would not launch and we could not figure out a solve. So instead, it's Final Fantasy XIII time.
Oh god. You know, I've already said this. I'm pretty sure Brett picked 13-2 because he knew you were going to play the first one, so he got a nice 2-for deal out of this.
Yeah, and especially because he knows he's only making me play 2 hours of 13-2, but that comes with like 40 hours of 13 attached. So
yeah, he knew what he was doing.
All right. Let's hope nothing breaks while I'm in the new game. God, do I want to make my life easy or hard? I'll play on normal.
I mean, we're not technically in the punishment zone yet.
Let's see.
So, you don't have to punish yourself now.
Put this to controller. I can. Yay. Preemptively not invert the y-axis. That save settings? Yes. Okay. All right. New game. Normal. Let's see what we're in for here.
Oh, dear.
For reference, I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. I've only ever played the first, like, couple of hours of this game when it initially launched.
And
Didn't love it.
I can count the number of Final Fantasy games I've played on one hand. Less than a hand. And I've played 3 of them, and I've enjoyed 1.5 of them.
This is thematic because I just finished playing Final Fantasy VII Intermission in preparation for Rebirth. And that was very good.
Intermission? What's that?
It's the DLC that launched.
Oh, okay.
That's a fun little side story.
Wait, isn't that Intergrade, or is that a different thing?
Intergrade is like the next or current gen version.
Oh,
they just called it Intergrade, and it comes with the DLC in box.
Okay.
It's the same thing as like the Last of Us thing. I think generally you can only buy Intergrade now. They don't really sell the base game anymore.
That's kind of makes sense, I guess. It's a little annoying though.
So big props. 13 has, from my knowledge, some of the best music in the series.
What is happening?
It's a train fight.
What? Oh, what? When did this game come out?
This was like a close to launch, I want to say 360 and PS3 title. Maybe a little bit in, like a year in or something. I could be mixing that up, but I know it was PS3, Xbox 360 era.
Because, like, I know that these games have always had really nice-looking cutscenes ever since it went 3D. Like always, for the era, they're always ahead of their time, but damn.
13 looks good, and you're probably going to see, I think the gameplay looks really good, too. It's just very linear, so...
Give me that.
I also remember none of this from playing it. I truly have forgotten everything about this game.
This feels like the beginning of 13-2. Not in that it is, but it's like I feel like I should know.
I feel like I'm missing something. Right?
Yeah. It's like we started in the middle or something.
I think they're trying to do the FF XIII thing of like you start coming in on a train and like a fight's happening, but in FF XIII you don't really start the fighting until you're landed, so you have a little bit of time to like.
What is happening?
Digimon in this game?
Jesus Christ!
I'm stunned by my complete lack of memory of any of this.
Right. this may come off as a bit of an insult, and I'm sorry, but this is what's running through my mind right now. This looks like a PC stress test of like a.
It really.
Like
I see what you mean.
Yeah. And listen, those tests tend to have really striking visuals on purpose to like test your system. So I'm not even saying that as an insult, but I have no idea what's happening, so it's the only thing I can go off of right now. Man, how did this run on an Xbox 360?
I think it actually ran decently.
Let's be rational now.
And it's like pseudo turn-based, not turn-based, but like action turn, ATB, whatever.
What do we do?
Watch and learn.
Active time battle. Yes, let me know how to play the game, please. The game can play itself, I think. Let it do
Oh,
this. I don't
what?
know. I don't think it legitimately can. I'm being facetious. Okay. I guess it's just.
I mean, that's kind of how they're wording
it.
it, though. Like,
So I guess selecting controller just means there are no button prompts. Okay.
have fun figuring that one out. What just happened?
I think I missed
What
twice.
just happened?
Good view of the chains.
Yeah, what the hell?
I do love the attempt at dynamic turn-based or active time, like combat style
You
stuff.
said you loved the attempt. Is that the same thing as loving it?
We'll see. We'll see if it is less janky in fights where the thing's not oriented the way this is.
Hey, that wasn't like a challenge now, all right? Hey,
That was really funny.
Aren't you having a humorous time?
Ryan, what's happening? What is going on? I
He's
don't
goofily
know what's
running down
happening.
the train. That's...
What is anything? Okay, that was really cute.
this thing.
Yeah, the Chocobo chick is good. I like the Chocobo chick that hangs out in his hair.
Bit of a cheap tactic, absolutely.
Oh, I
Do
play
I
him now?
care? Not really.
Nope. It just the camera was behind him. Okay. I was very confused.
Camera angles aren't important, Ryan. Silly.
My blitz. Oh, blitz. What does that do? I don't know. Okay. No idea.
What is?
truly am
Whoa,
pressing one button.
What is happening?
I mean, I'm okay with it. This looks a lot more complicated than it actually is. I feel like that's the time that I should defend, but I don't think I have a defend option.
Oh my god. I'm kind of glad Alex isn't here for this. I feel like the camera would make him sick.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Imagine that. You get motion sickness in a turn-based JRPG. Oh my god.
Off it goes.
Bye-bye.
did it.
I do love the stupid sword. I'm a big fan of stupid sci-fi swords.
I mean, you are.
I mean,
Legitimately.
It's kind of
What are you doing
cool.
trying to stop
I don't
the
know.
purge?
I mean, it is
Tell me that.
stupid, but it's also kind of cool.
Hey, where do you think you're going? Man. Chocobo, we just can't catch a break, can we?
Oh my god,
It's
its name
just
is
called
literally
Chocobo.
just Chocobo.
Oh well. Better follow up. I'm getting too old for this.
Getting too old. How old is he supposed to be?
Great question.
He doesn't look that old.
I think it follows the JRPG law.
Which is?
If a character looks over 25, they're immediately 40. Advanced digital journal known as the data log.
That autonomously streams information deemed pertinent. Jesus Christ.
You sure we can get through here?
So it's not the button that I thought it would be to open that menu. Which... Okay, that hides the UI. Alright, this is an old school triangle. Does it? What a wonderful gamepad screen. Initiate Gestalt mode? I wonder what that means. Okay.
I am in awe.
Oh, I love the dramatic face turn. The equipment.
Right. Does that happen every... Hold on, go back. Does that happen every time?
Absolutely.
Oh my god! Oh
It's
my
perfect.
god! Oh my god!
I love it. Reminds me of
Wait,
Tekken
wait.
8.
Does it do it for the other guy too?
Yeah!
Yes!
It was
Yes!
like he was just saying something and then it stops.
So unflattering. Oh my god.
Okay. Alright. Oh, it does it on every menu too. It's the same. Oh, man.
That's so bad. That's really bad.
Alright, this is the first PS3 360 era game, so I can live with it. I
So
think.
this is what this is.
Man, I love that glowing button symbol where it doesn't show a button.
Ugh.
This menu's like the Sword Art Online aesthetic.
Hold on. Look what we have going on here. We have a scrolling pattern in the background, and then alternating colored stripes that gradient into white. What is this? And then this like pill-looking thing. This is so ugly. That hurt my brain, Ryan.
It's okay. It's okay. This is a different era. A different era of
That
design
hurt my brain.
sensibilities.
I can say, like-
reason for me to hit anything on this auto battle.
I can say, like, maybe auto battle is just there for like smaller encounters like these, where you don't have to.
Yeah,
hit,
I
like, A a
imagine
ton of
it's just
times.
gonna like auto attack a bunch of times.
What do you suppose this is? Is the army leaving its toys out now?
Anything with this?
I do, at least for our two characters right here. I do like the character design.
Oh yeah, 13's got some good character designs. Some very Tetsuya Nomura level designs. I don't know if he was actually the designer on this or not.
It is. I'll say visually, it's interesting seeing like kind of a turn-based game, but everyone's kind of walking around. It's visually kind of interesting.
Yeah, almost feels sort of precursory to Like a Dragon.
Okay.
Which is a full turn-based system, but people move around, and you can move your character and do some amount of like positioning that matters.
Are you controlling the camera at all, or is it fixed?
I'm controlling it to a degree.
Because the swerves are pretty dramatic, I'll say.
That might just be I have the sensitivity set on.
Okay.
The bar
So was it?
fully spelled.
Because like before I knew a whole lot about Final Fantasy, I mean I still don't. Let's be fair, but like I never knew what was the transition point between it being like medieval fantasy and then they started doing more like technology and like futuristic stuff. Like what was the
6
point?
and 7 were kind of the point where they started to do Magitech as a thing pretty heavily. Beyond that, I think there are... Yeah, I think really the ones that went full ham on it were... I want to say 7, but I think 7 is also very uniquely toned and a little bit more like almost cyberpunky. Not quite cyberpunk, but like steampunk, oil diesel punk, whatever the word would be. Killing the planet punk.
I mean, they still had guns though. Like Barrett has a
like it's in the same area and has like modern looking stuff, but it's also
this is full on tech. This
is full tech. Like this is beyond just Midgar.
And we're
Final Fantasy
Fantasy
12
fans like
was a lot like that too.
Are Final Fantasy fans like? Do they like that, or did they want more like?
Pretty split, but there's also been both. Like 9 went back to being sort of fantasy,
and obviously 15 went back to being medieval.
15's like 15's Americana. 16 is medieval, yeah.
16, that's what I meant. Jesus Christ. 15.
Although 16 does still have some like Magitech stuff in it. It's not nowhere near this degree, but sort of like the ancient stuff is sort of Magitech-y. And 12 was a good mix, I would say. Evil East, which is a very fun setting. The same setting we used for the FF Tactics game is an Evil East.
Oh yeah, I honestly like Final Fantasy to me is not. I like 16, but that's and parts of 7. I keep forgetting that Tactics is a thing. Or like I know that it exists. It's just like doesn't cross the line much. But
it's also
I've heard
not
such good
really.
things about it.
It is extremely good, but it's not super readily available to my knowledge. I think there's a port in some systems, but I think it might just be mobile, if I'm remembering correctly. Because we got a Tactics Ogre port, which is the other like Tactics franchise that FF Tactics was sort of released alongside. And that game has finally made it to modern stuff, and it's really good.
Yeah, you must be real
Can I
nice.
save over a save? Does it default to new save?
Seems like it's creating new saves, but who are these? Yeah, who are these people? What's going on?
Did I play this game 6 years ago? And that's how far I got. I think it is. There's my save from 6 years ago.
You dropped out at not even the hour mark.
Didn't play very long. Within the first hour. I didn't even see that.
That's so funny.
Well, there's my experience with 13.
At the very least, we'll be getting a little bit further tonight.
Yeah, I do like the enemy and character designs a lot.
They're neat. They're neat.
And I don't have a problem with this first area being just like you're walking along the corridor of the train path or whatever this is.
That was one thing that I always heard about this is that it is like very, very linear.
Yeah, that's a weird criticism to me because this is not the first Final Fantasy that's very linear. In fact, I would say most of them were very linear
Yeah,
until
7
12.
Remake was like, I mean, it had some open areas, but like, it definitely set you down like a path, you know?
Yeah. I think 7 Rebirth is probably going to be a lot more open, but
Okay.
I think it probably is that like 7 Remake you have a lot of side stuff you can do within the main path, and I think here it really is like there's nothing here aside from I go this way, I follow the path. That's a cool
Well, it's one of those, it's one of those situations where, like, with 7 Remake, at least from what I remember, it was one of those things where, like, the spaces that you're in felt a lot bigger than they actually were, and they did a good job of, like, making
They're also
it
just
feel-
gorgeous. They did such a
Oh,
good job
yeah.
of making them look
100%. 100%.
great. Yeah, 12 was pretty open, but still within like linear areas. 'Cause 12 is actually laid out the same way that the MMO 14 is, where it's sort of like zones that you walk between and have loading screens that stop you between them. It's very much how 12 worked. Which I think is my favorite of the like styles that I've tried so far.
Preemptive strike.
You know, if you say you're preemptively striking,
So much
and then head straight for the front of them, I don't think it's a
It's like-
surprise anymore, Lightning.
No, exactly. It's like running up to them and yelling, "Sneak attack!"
That would be very Sokka moment. Okay, heal myself with potions.
Oh god, that reminds me, the live-action Avatar show is out, and I have not been hearing very good things.
Are you really gonna make me use a potion at full health? Gam. You can see the problem here, right? Like, this is not how to teach someone how to use a potion. I should have at least give me like 50 points of damage or something so I can see it do something.
have them like hit you in the cutscene or something.
Yeah,
Which
like
yells
do something.
preemptive strike, and then it's not.
Instead, I
at
just
all
feel
a
like I
sneaky
wasted
strike.
a resource. Let's see, potions for entire team. Doesn't take up ATB. Lightning dies. Team.
Wow, potions heal people. Never heard of that before.
It is a set they heal everyone. I get the sense this is a faster paced.
Plus, it's always good to have a tutorial. You know, might be someone's first game. I'm being an asshole.
But again,
right
I would
now, is
like
what I'm
there to have been damage so the tutorial is
Yeah,
clear.
it's not teaching you like how to use a potion properly.
And also, I want to be clear, we're nitpicking. We're nitpicking because that's what we do. It's not
Yeah.
a mark on this game.
I mean,
being
I'm
bad
just
or
in the
anything.
peanut gallery, and I already don't like JRPGs to begin with. Or not like, they're not my thing. I should
Yeah,
say.
yeah. It's interesting because this game has a reputation,
There's no time.
and I hesitate to say it's not for me because I only played like an hour of it, right? So I don't think I can say I actually disliked this game or anything the first time I played it. Okay, why can she go magic?
What the fuck?
Hell no, you're the only way.
Is she just gonna ditch him? Is that the plan? He broke her snappy fingers.
Right there.
Aw, snap.
Right?
Looks that way.
I'll
Reminds me
say
a lot
this
of the
with-
intro to Final Fantasy X. Just
See,
Plays it
it's
similarly.
intros like these are always a tough like tightrope to walk because it's like obviously it can be really exciting to start a story with like an exciting fight scene, but or like an exciting action intro. The thing is, in stories and in storytelling, like action is way better when you know the stakes and you know the characters. Here, I don't know who these people are. I don't know what's happening. I don't even know who or what we're fighting. Like, what's happening?
yeah.
I don't.
It's
feel
interesting
anything.
to me because I think this is again a similar setup to 7, and I'm also operating off of. Actually, I can say I have played that far in 7, so I know what the intro's like. But in Remake, at least, you get this sense of when you hop in, yes, It's relatively like mid-action hop in of like you're starting a mission, you're doing some stuff, but you have context for what you're doing a lot faster.
Yeah, I remember in 7 during that entire intro sequence, there's a good, like, it doesn't tell you everything right away in like an opening crawl or something, but it's a good build-up of like what you're doing. Whereas here, I still don't know what's happening. And we've had like how many enemy encounters now?
Yeah, 4 or 5, and we're just kind of running around. I do like the frequency of save points. I'm a big detractor of save points in general. I don't like them. I much prefer being able to save whenever you want. Though a lot of that just comes down to I'm playing this on a computer, and so I can't really do other things while it's still open, which means it's harder to pause. But
Yeah. I think it works for some games. I think there's a lot of
I think for a lot of
games,
horror games,
especially.
it's fine.
Yeah.
A lot of JRPGs will have like hour-long dungeon crawls with no save, and I'm a big hater of that.
Oh, sure. That sounds obnoxious.
D4Ts, are we? Weapons down. I'd hate for this to turn ugly.
Again, that's a cool villain design.
Yeah, almost reminds me of like Infinity Blade in a weird way.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Yeah.
Which I love that like weird techie, fantasy-inspired design.
Yeah. I mean, combination of like science fiction tech and like knight's armor to me just always go well. It just always goes over really well.
Engage. Okay. Percentage increases the chain bonus. Once it raises the damage they take. You keep focusing on the same enemy.
Wow, looking at this in motion, it's like one tiny step towards the system that they have in 7 Remake. It's like starting to kind of get there, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of see how they went from this to.
No, I agree. I actually, this is a thing that 10 has some parts of this too, of like the dynamic camera. That's a full turn-based game and not an ATB game, but it still has a little bit of this like dynamic stuff to it. And I think that really, really adds to any kind of turn-based game.
Also,
'Cause
before
it
you
makes
hit,
feel like there's more motion.
before you continue at all, if you look at the spurs on this villain's feet here, I get that they're spurs, but they look like the little wind-up key for a little wind-up toy.
They absolutely do.
And
yeah.
it's so funny.
I would say I like that this tutorial was skippable, and this is relatively easy to understand. Right? I'm gonna stagger, and then I do a bonus hit.
They're doling out information in a good way. Yeah, I've been on record, I think, a couple times. Like, as much as I'm not the biggest JRPG fan, that combat system in 7 Remake was really, really good. I really enjoyed it.
Saves HP.
It is cool too how the like turn-based fight that you're doing doesn't take you to like a separate battle screen. It like takes place in the environment that you.
Yeah, it just like does a little loading
Walked up
screen
to
below the fight, and then you're in the same place.
Which I wonder is what affected it, is what kind of led to it being as linear as it is. If they wanted to have that, but
Yeah, I wonder.
Because I could see that being a concession that they had to make in order to have that.
But it's also the
seamless
linearity
transition.
thing doesn't bother me as much, just because one of my favorite Final Fantasy games is 10, which is almost entirely linear. That game is basically you literally just walk to a straight line in most places, and there are dungeons and stuff, but it's a very linear game.
I wonder, and this is someone who like doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to Final Fantasy, but this was the first. You said this came out near the launch of the 360, right?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if people were disappointed with the linearity because it was on a new generation of console and they wanted something more.
After the foul sea.
I don't know. I think the linearity complaint largely came after the game. I think that's a more recent. Not like by recent I mean the last like 5 years. Complaint than it was when this game came out. I think the bigger thing here is, like, we've already heard the terms Lucy, Falsy, Pulse, and just a bunch of stuff that means nothing.
Yeah, it's
'Cause we have
not
no
explaining
context.
anything. This feels like the second chapter in something that we should have already played. Like, I'm going to
Well, it's-
reiterate that.
Because they pull the same stuff with Cloud in Final Fantasy VII, where Cloud is like an ex-soldier, and they try to play it up that, like, yeah, he's acting tough because he's an ex-soldier. Here, I get the sense they wanted the same vibe with Lightning. And I think they're maybe hitting it, but as of right now, there's just too much I don't know.
Also, like, okay, so what's so this looks like some kind of like evil regime. Are these like rebels or like freelance? So what's happening? Who are these people? Why should we care?
I guess the world below is dangerous.
Migration. More like extermination.
Huge.
Oh,
Okay, so now I'm starting to... I think they're forcefully deporting people. That seems like the idea.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
okay. I feel like that whole speech should have come a little bit
These
earlier,
people
but
are heroes.
whatever.
Honestly, I wouldn't have been opposed to this game having a Star Wars opening crawl or something. Give me a little bit of info to go off of.
Even then, like, the opening of Star Wars is so visually strong that you almost didn't need it in a way, because you completely get the dynamic between like the rebels and the Empire just with that opening shot.
Yeah, Resistance Front. Okay, so I guess we are
Okay.
playing Resistance fighters. It seemed like Lightning was ex-military, and not the.
Oh, you're playing
Resistance
as a different
military.
character. Okay.
I love that outfit. Look at that man. Look at him rocking that midriff. Oh yeah. Wow, that's a chest?
That is the most overly designed chest I've ever seen.
It's all over.
Was gonna die anyway.
I don't even want to call it a chest. I want to call it like a treasure ball or something.
Yeah. So I have a little bit of control over the camera, but if I turn left or right, it like whips
Oh,
the
God.
direction
yeah,
that I move.
it's really not great.
Wonder if I can
Look at
turn
that portrait!
we need to see what his little portrait
Yes.
is.
Yes!
Don't think there's an option to turn that camera behavior off. Okay. Oh, and the little shoulder look, and the shoulder look. Yeah,
The
yeah, he's a tough
classic.
guy.
The
All right.
classic. I do love the headband. They almost want to make him look like a modern pirate, almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I love the idea of the trench coat, right? Because the trench coat, you're like, that's a cool character thing to have. And if you look at the front, he's got a lot going on. But this is my thing with video game character design, right?
Mhm.
You're looking at him from behind most of the game,
There's
I presume.
nothing going on.
He's a beige slate with a little
Ryan?
black top.
Ryan, this is part of the reason why I like backpacks in my video games. Okay?
No, I'm with you,
They-
right? You need something. Like, he needs, like, a sash or maybe a cape or like, a vest part over top of it or
Lightning
something.
had that red kind of like
the shoulder cape.
going on, and it looked neat.
Father.
This is why Stellar Blade's gonna sell big bucks. They know you're looking at
Yeah.
the back of your character for most of the game. Like, he's got the parka, that guy, so you have, like, a thing to look at.
Or the red hair, even.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. And when we're taking a dirt nap, you can save them all.
Oh, that's even worse.
I love that they're in the middle of a firefight, and this kid is, like, going on his back and taking a nap. Like,
Also, how young is this kid, and he's just mowing down soldiers? Like,
What's to dread?
that's a question you shouldn't ask in Final Fantasy.
You got nothing on Nora.
Well, we are the heroes after all.
There's a lot of child violence in Final Fantasy.
Sanctum's gonna pay for this.
Okay. This is another nitpick. I'm just gonna point it out. It's weird.
Oh
that
my
we are
god, look at his combat stance, dude.
What?
The Godot, that's incredible.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's got grenades. I'm not seeing like a mana or anything that I have to worry about yet. And this shows you how much I know about this game. I don't even know if it has mana or MP.
I'm gonna say this. This is a tiny little nitpick. We're introduced to these characters and they're behind cover, and like it looks like a modern like kind of shootout. And then in the actual fight scene, everyone's just out in the open.
Oh, of course.
Either have being in the open. Wait! Wait! He's got things on his back. Hold on.
Wait.
Wait, do you see that?
Yeah, wait.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Did the texture not load? What's happening? Is
Wait.
that a costume change later, maybe?
What?
What? It's not on his back in here.
What is happening? What?
Data log. Tell me about his back. where can I learn about Snow's back?
Does it only come out during combat? Is that like an intentional? It's not in the cutscene, and this is pre-rendered too.
More.
I don't think this is pre-rendered.
There are
I think this is an
sewers
engine.
everywhere.
Are you sure? It looks pretty.
Yo, boss.
This is an engine,
what's the
yeah.
plan?
This game just looks good
Charge
Okay.
in, guns
for the
blazing.
time.
Hey, that's not a plan.
Real heroes don't need plans.
All right, taking
Gotta love a
bets now, Wyatt.
character.
How many of these side characters are gonna die?
Can it be all of them? I don't like any of them.
Yeah, Snow's on his back again.
What is happening? Also, you have to love a character where she wears her bra on the outside of all of her clothing.
A very superhero decision. Do love the music though. This is some good jams.
I mean, has Final Fantasy ever had bad music?
No, but 13 is particularly good. I'd say 13 is. It's hard now because 7 Remake came out and is so good.
Yeah. Well,
But-
and also 16, like.
Yeah, all the new Final Fantasies have been hitting hard. Like 14 is my favorite soundtrack ever, just because it's like so much variety of stuff and it's all good. But I don't think they've ever really had a bad soundtrack. I mean, there's an entire rhythm game of just Final Fantasy music, right? So
Yeah. Speaking of soundtracks, I was playing a new board game recently, and it's the board game takes place in various taverns. So we were doing tavern music, and it got me back into the Hearthstone soundtrack. Ooh, oh, so good.
that's right. Griffin and I have been playing a board game that is called Oathsworn, and that game has like a soundtrack and
Oh,
narration.
that's fun.
When you're playing it, you use like an app on your phone, and you don't have to, but it's got an app that like replaces the book you read the story out of, and it's really good.
The board game we were playing has an app too, where because the end of the game there's a ton of scoring and there's a ton of different methods of scoring and stuff. It's not overly complicated, but it just takes a little bit of time. There's an app where like you just pick out the cards because it's all about card collecting. You just pick out all the cards that's in each player's like hand essentially, and it calculates everything for you. It's
That's fun.
really really nice.
I'm so curious about the jacket, dude.
I
Can't
really
get
don't,
over it now that you pointed it out.
because you would think that that's something that they would point out as like a
Because like I would think
distinguishing
this is
feature.
it's a texture problem, right? But this jacket, it looks textured right now. Like this doesn't look like
Yeah.
a texture didn't load.
And it's also not showing up in cutscenes. It doesn't show up in menus.
What I want to know is if it doesn't show up during pre-rendered. This looks pre-rendered. Yeah, it's not in the pre-rendered.
What is happening?
You all okay?
I mean, maybe I'm wrong about the scene being pre-rendered, but why is it the film grain feels like it wouldn't be there otherwise? I think this is compression.
Unless it was an
artifacts.
intentional artistic decision, in which case
But I will say,
don't.
legitimately, I think these
Be ready to
because I just finished intermission for 7 Remake, I think the worst scenes in 7 Remake are the pre-rendered ones, where they'll cut to like what's meant to be the good-looking CGI versions of the characters, but they all look worse than the in-game models.
Dude,
Okay then. Volunteers front and center.
like I'm trying to think of a game that I've played in the past, like I don't even know how many years, where anytime pre-rendered stuff came up, I didn't like just go ugh. Like I can't think of a time where pre-rendered cutscenes were actually worth the trouble, you know?
Don't worry.
Oh, mom's gonna get a gun.
Mom's gonna die. She's
That's
dead.
the biggest death flag of the century yet.
She's dead.
Got a cool outfit.
Might as well start carving her gravestone now.
You sure?
Another Final Fantasy thing is even the minor characters tend to have cool like outfits and whatnot, and character design. There's a character that shows up for like all of 3 seconds in Remake Intermission in a flashback scene. It's like one of the character's younger sister, and she looks really like well character designed, even though she's literally only on screen for a couple of seconds.
He's giving a gun to children. This.
Look at that child,
I am
so happy for
so-
a gun.
No. What? No.
Just a shove.
No.
Safe.
What are you?
Okay, so it's not like an order to fight. Oh my god.
All
Ah!
Wait,
Don't
are we
get-
getting narration from that character in the background?
Lay low and you'll be fine.
I think we did.
Clear out the area.
I should have turned on subtitle speaker names
Ryan,
because we're talking over
he
it.
gave a
but
gun to a child. I can't.
Everybody up!
I think I know what character that is from other stuff. I don't think it's actually as child of a child, but
And then the first thing that child did was point the gun right at him. Ugh.
yeah. So the mom didn't volunteer to protect the group. She volunteered to go join the strike team.
Christ. She didn't volunteer to protect her own child. Oh my god. The more we play this game, Ryan, the more uncomfortable I feel.
This'll be a piece of cake.
Iron Bangle. Oh, do they have it? Nope. You know they're not important because I can't go into their equipment screens.
Oh, we can't see their cutscene. Their little
Can't see
mini
their
cutscene.
little.
That's so
little
sad.
turnaround.
You know what I'm starting to think, Ryan? I feel like the game should have opened with this guy.
Stay sharp.
Yeah, because like he's got a goal, right?
He has a goal. There's actual like exposition that doesn't feel like really tacked on at all. It felt fairly natural to what was happening.
And maybe do the lightning thing after this scene.
Yeah, because none of that, like, to be honest, as we've been playing with this guy, I completely forgot that we even played the lightning section because it has no purpose. Or no, like, foreseeable purpose right now. See, like, if he had those patches and stuff on his jacket, we wouldn't have even mentioned the fact that...
Yeah, that comment about the trench coat, fully useless. So I'm wondering...
Well, no, not useless, because you're walking around for most of the game, and you're just seeing his back. So it still applies, I think.
And what a inventory setup. Ah, it looks like it's a straight line. Okay.
Oh my god.
LeBron, back us up.
I will say the skybox is awesome. Very
Oh,
good
this
skybox.
looks gorgeous.
This is why I love the Final Fantasy team doing still the like pre-rendered background skyboxes that have like
Well, they're so
things
good
in
at
them. Because most games have stopped doing like complex pre-render skybox things just because a lot of games it doesn't work. But 7 Remake has some gorgeous ones, and then there's the one that's like super pixelated for some reason.
Which they specifically pointed out in the Integrate trailer, which is hilarious.
They're like, we've improved the skyboxes.
Right. Let's shake
You
things up a
can
little.
shut up about it now.
Move the light speed up for us. Put down the resistance.
I do like how the helmets on these villains, on like the base villain, like base enemy, it's like you can tell that they're clearly going for like a World War II Nazi helmet type thing without making it blatantly obvious that that's what it is. They kind of strike the balance there pretty well, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that kind of gas mask look.
It has the silhouette of it, but it is clearly its own thing as
There's
well.
nothing we can't do.
Oh, Jesus.
So once I chose my commands, I can't like then use an item.
So you're queuing up attacks for both of your like moves? Is that what's going on? And then
Yeah, so I've got like 2
execute them?
points to spend, it looks like, and then I execute them when the bar fills.
I love how she's clearly holding a rifle, but she's just one-handing it the whole time.
Yeah, she's like doing the thing, she puts it on her back, shoulder, one-hands it. I love how, what is it, Godot over here? I don't know which one is which. Whoever red hair is, that stance is incredible.
Red-haired monkey man over here.
That posture is, man's ready for something. I don't know what it is. He's ready.
But goddamn, he's ready.
I love just jump out of cover, mow them all down.
With a grunt. He really does have the douchiest hair so far.
No, we got trouble.
That is Godot, okay.
Stay down.
Rocket launcher time.
Do a flip. Do a flip!
Oh my god, he fucking missed it.
Just go grab it. They're not shooting you. You just go grab it. Grab the rocket launcher.
No, he gave up. Man gave up.
Grab the rocket. What are you doing?
I told you, didn't I? Moms are tough.
Why can't this mom be a party member?
Oh my god. See, you know she's gonna die. Yeah, because literally her name is Mom. Of course she was gonna die. That was so... This is so stupid.
It's just very funny playing this after 16, which is not afraid to like fully show someone getting decapitated, right?
Oh, 16 has got some grit to it. You know what I mean? It's got like...
Whereas
It's
I
got
think
grit.
this is still
This-
the era of they couldn't show blood.
And it's like Michael Bay levels of stupid.
Mom's not dead yet.
Get him home.
She's
I'm
gotta have her
getting
last line.
Hold on.
You're a terrible mother. You leave your child mostly defenseless to go attack a bunch of people, and then when you're still alive, you just die anyways, right in front of your child. You're a terrible mother. So what are these robes? What?
It's the deportee robes, I think.
Okay.
We have to move.
Right.
Right, it's kid time. You ready for kid time?
No, we're not. We're not.
Now, if I remember correctly, one of these two is the most hated character in the game. I don't know which one, and
Which
I
is-
don't know if that's actually the case or if I'm making that up. So, could be wrong, but...
Back to these two buffoons again.
It's an out-and-out massacre.
I guess it's not kid time
Most
yet.
people won't even live long enough to die on pulse.
That was the idea.
What?
Sanctum logic. They conjured up the purge to eliminate a threat.
All right, so the purge
I mean,
is deporting people.
Why carry the danger all the way to Pulse?
So they're
Why
moving
not
to
just stamp
to
it
the
out
below
here?
area, which I guess is Pulse,
Execution masquerading as exile.
from the cocoon, which I guess would be considered
That's
like
all the purge
Elysium or
ever was.
whatever.
Okay.
I get it. I understand. But none of that was explicitly said, so I don't. Okay, well, relocation to Pulse, it was just explicitly said as I complained about it. So.
The purge was PSICOM. Private Sanctum troops, not the Guardian Corps.
PSICOM, Guardian Corps. Soldiers are soldiers, aren't they? Pulse Foul C and their lessee are enemies of the state. Tell a soldier to kill an enemy, and you really think it's gonna matter what uniform he's wearing?
Might have mattered to that one. Couldn't shoot. Got himself shot instead.
Harsh.
How about you? Order say shoot, you pull the trigger?
He's actually using a sword.
Forget I asked.
I mean, I mean,
Triangular ass chest.
it looks like it's on its knees.
I love how tiny its feet are.
I know. It's like that entire thing is being held up by cheap golf clubs.
That's really funny.
That's what it looks like.
No, I agree.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're hitting the point. I need a little bit more than just auto attacking over and over.
Yeah.
It was fine for a little while. I think I'm hitting the point I need something.
What's that?
I haven't really introduced things like effects and like or elemental attacks or anything yet.
Yeah, yeah.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know, it looks cool.
Sarah.
Just what you were looking for.
Yeah. Right in there.
The Pulse Foul C.
Don't worry. We'll be okay.
Mom.
Have we reached kid time?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh. Ryan, is this because we're Americans and so this like just doesn't hit the same in other countries?
Maybe.
Like, is that what's
Yeah,
going
that
on
might
here?
be it.
Cause like this is insanity to me. This is insanity.
Just gave a child a gun, said ciao, and then ran away.
You said
I-
it made you happy when I smiled.
She is narrating it. What's...
But really, I was afraid. I
What?
was afraid.
It's weird to me that the narration is not coming from the first character we played as. That might be a dumb complaint, if it even is a complaint, but...
It's just, like, cutting between these 3 sets of characters doesn't really feel like it's intertwined that well. It feels very fractured at the moment, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's no flow to it at all.
Time to jump.
Hey, hey! Hey! Hang on! What the? Hey!
I always do like magic where it's activated with a snap. I don't know why.
Yeah,
it just
I
looks
don't.
cool.
I don't think it's actually magic. She looked like she had a thing on her finger before. I love his like doofy climbing down.
These two, it's like a buddy cop show or something.
Yeah, I do like in that when he was falling, they made it look like she was gonna go run to catch him, but actually she was running away.
Come on!
No, I literally thought she just didn't care. I just didn't even notice.
The bloodless horrors of war.
What about the others?
It's so horrific.
Really, you can see the carnage.
They couldn't have died.
Of course not.
Is that a freeze for you too, or is that just the stream?
I think it's just
Okay.
Hey, get a grip, man. What's wrong with you?
I love there's this intense scene, and then you just see that floating stupid ball chest behind them.
yeah. He really is just bouncing around back there.
Whoa! Whoa!
Toss me that.
So that's the thing that Lightning and Saz, Says, whatever his name is, were on.
What are you doing? So what are you afraid of, huh? You're supposed to be the hero. She's waiting there, ain't she? Your lovely bride-to-be? Isn't it about time you picked her up? Yeah.
If we don't figure out why the patch shows up on his jacket just during combat, Ryan, I have to look it up afterwards because I don't think I'll be able to sleep otherwise.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to know.
There's our ride.
I have to know.
Now you're talking.
Maybe that's why everyone hates this game, is that it's never explained.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's
all
all
about the
people wanna know.
jacket.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, what, do I have like a costume on or something that?
Wait, Ryan, you gotta check if there's anything behind you
Standing there ain't gonna
in
stop
that
us.
starting
I had to get
area.
the
That's
power
what
circle. I had to get the power
that's
circle.
that's
Wyatt.
what I always do to see if there's anything back there.
Nope.
Just the horrors
What's
of
the-
war.
What's the power circle do?
I do love that during this horrific battle, you're still picking up money.
Yeah, money and power circles.
And bangles. Don't forget about the bangles.
Like, you always need a good bangle.
I mean... I mean...
Oh, now we're fist fighting. Okay. Wait, is
That's
this
what you
his
were doing
back's
before.
different?
Wait, what?
The back of his coat is different now.
Ryan, I can't with this anymore. I can't. I can't. I can't.
What's going on? You know what I'm wondering? I wonder if that's his equipped weapon. As bizarre as that sounds,
Is that the power circle?
is
Or the
that
power-
the power circle? I'm gonna have to equip the other thing after this and see if it is the power circle.
Because if it is, what a bizarre way to show your weapon.
So like, if he's a fist fighter, I can see they would want like a visual representation of what weapon
But then
you're
why
using.
isn't it in the overworld sections too? Why is it just in
Great
combat?
question. Great question.
Ugh.
All right, let's figure this out. Is it the power circle?
No, it'd have to be, because wasn't the patch on his back when he had the first weapon a bear?
It was a bear,
That's
wasn't it? It's
called
called Wild Bear. Let's find out. We're gonna solve this once and for all.
Don't go racing on your own.
Well, I think us solving this part, Ryan, is only gonna make us ask more questions.
I'm just so cute. It's so weird that it doesn't do it out of combat too.
Oh my god, this camera.
It's oh man, it's rough.
Ugh.
This is a very 2010 camera.
Stay sharp.
All right, on my go.
Right.
Look at the crazy, like, designs on the side of his stupid hair.
It's great. I love it. It is.
Oh
It's
my
his
God.
weapon.
But why doesn't it, Ryan, I'm still upset. I think that, honestly, I can't tell if knowing this information has made me more or less upset.
More or less angry at whatever this is.
I don't know if it's more or less, but I know that I'm still angry about it.
So curious. Because it... Maybe I missed it and it says it somewhere. Only 4 stars that time. Okay, let's re-equip the power circle. Yeah, nothing
Like-
on this. Oh, okay, at the top it says this emblem.
But why doesn't it? But why? I don't understand. That still doesn't answer the question. To be clear, when you have a character that only punches people, having the patch on their jacket change depending on what you equip is kind of a cute idea, and I think it's cool. But why doesn't it show up in the overworld? I
I don't have the technology.
Sad sound. Where's the soul?
These are wacky looking vehicles. I kind of like them.
They're funky.
Funky little guys.
Okay.
Hey, Godot.
Yeah?
If you don't know who you gotta save, you just protect them all, right?
What?
Something on your mind? You got plenty of time for thinking on the way, hero.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or does Snow look like a Twilight character? I get like big
want him-
Twilight character vibes from
Do you
Snow.
want him to be sparkling right now to complete the look?
No, I
Is
think
that
he'd be a
what you want?
werewolf.
Oh. No, he has way too many clothes on to be a werewolf, Ryan.
No, he'd be one of the werewolves that doesn't want to be a werewolf, right? I don't know
But
Twilight
Ryan, he's not
lore.
wearing
That's a-
ripped jean. Ryan, he's not wearing ripped jean shorts. There's no way he could be a werewolf.
He's not in the Midwest with ripped jean
It's
shorts.
us. It's us.
Where it rains all the time.
Oh shoot.
Oh my god.
Since
I don't know
when
if
do
you're
you
getting the
care
same
about
vibe
this?
as me, Ryan. The dialogue feels like everyone's trying to like out-cool each other.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Hey,
It's like
you made it.
really bad.
So, you really managed to use that thing?
it's groan worthy in my opinion.
You're done when we are.
Ow, what's it?
That's the one.
It sounds like because Cloud talks like this in 7 Remake, but then Tifa makes fun of him for it, and so it feels fine because
Well,
the
also,
world is
every-
acknowledging how dumb it sounds.
But also, not everyone speaks the same way. Not everyone's
Yeah,
trying
he's
to
the
like,
only
out-cool
one who
each
talks
other.
like that.
Whereas like Cloud is trying to sound cool versus Barrett, who just does sound cool naturally. You know?
Oh, you have no idea what it was like. Oh,
Everyone safe?
the army's no match for Nora.
Wow.
God.
All accounted for.
I'm still not over these preteens holding
The
assault
gun-toting children have a dance they do to announce how cool the resistance is.
And there's a wacky little camera angle that depicts children using submachine guns.
It's odd
Again,
because this is often the setup for Final Fantasies is like there's a child, either the protagonist or in the party. But it's usually a little bit more somber than this, I feel.
Keep the kids out of trouble.
Again, maybe it's just like again, maybe it's because we're Americans, so it makes it a lot. It's just a lot less it's more uncomfortable for us than it is in other I don't know.
Don't worry, none of
I don't
They're
know.
really hammering us over the head with the fact that his fiance is stuck in a crystal or something.
Catch you later.
In a mother crystal? Oh wait, wrong one. We're not there
I
yet.
don't think so. There's mother crystals in a bunch of Final Fantasies.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
I don't know if this is a crystal-focused Final Fantasy.
Again, tells you how little I know about this franchise.
Oh, now it's kid time.
Oh no.
Stop running around, kid.
Gotta go
This to
backwards.
Nora.
Wow, there's a lot of space back here.
Please, everybody keep calm. Change what's done. Just have to survive.
I also love the like subtle guitar riff in the background.
Leave this to Nora.
Bring me every round you can carry.
I'll get you all someplace.
Oh, there's the save. I was looking for a save station. There it is.
Also, look how overly designed that save station is.
It's great. I love the over-designed save station. Especially because every other game just uses crystals, right? They use a big colored crystal because it's easy to see. And this is absolutely, it does not stand out as much
And
as
this
a
is like a
big colored crystal.
mutated, well, it looks like a mutated like Pokédex when you unfold it.
Can't go any farther. Let's split up and find a way out of here.
We try to
Let's see
go.
what they all have to say. Okay, if I get the line trigger again.
We try to go as far.
There was a line that was like, I think I'd rather have died with the rest of them, but the
Stay focused, we're
delivery
done for.
was so...
Rather have died with everyone else.
Well,
Oh my god!
You're okay.
you know, it's background
Jesus.
dialogue in the JRPG, it's fine.
Christ.
You okay?
I want to tell him. It's just that.
What? What is happening?
What's going on?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. In you go.
What is happening right now?
That way.
I think that was meant to be an awkward kid thing, but I don't know. I really don't know
What?
if there was some other intent behind that.
If we
Ryan,
go
you
in
can't
there-
tell, but I'm giving the screen that like
think
the like awkward look when you
can
have
make
two
us
friends
see.
or your parents are fighting and you're just kind of looking
don't think I
down,
can-
but also like
You can do it.
kind of up at them at the same time.
we go.
That's the like pose that I'm in right now.
Uh-oh. Get back here! You hear me? Hey!
The pulse fal'Cie. It held our future. And our fate.
But
my
what
God,
is
what
it? I thought that line was about to give us something about what it was.
They are doling information out in this game in a very, very bad manner.
Not even bad, just like a weird way. Like we're getting information split across different characters that I don't know if it's relevant or not.
What? How did they land like that?
That really must have taken some effort.
What the?
guess it's...
So what Brett told me,
What did you
and we'll
expect?
see if this turns out to be true, is that Hope is meant to suck at the start, so that when he's different later, it's okay. And there's like a character growth.
And you're finished.
What do you mean, finished?
I don't feel
Haven't you
one way
heard,
about him
Miss
one way or the other right now. Like,
Huh?
My name. And yours?
I love how they went on this death mission and they're just now learning each other's names.
Thank you. What were we thinking?
Well, since we're
They keep
here,
almost telling us what a Lassie is and then not doing it, and it's infuriating to me.
They're teasing us. They're teasing us.
It's so... This is almost reminding me of like the Zonai architecture.
Yeah.
check this out.
Hey! Vanille, where
Here's
are
the
you?
kingdom.
Oh, there was just a stick up there.
Well,
Oh, there was just a stick up there. Oh, okay.
What's behind him? Oh, okay. So
Where did that come from?
pull the boomerang from
day
my
trade
guy.
now.
Which one am I playing? Which character am I actually playing right now? I don't know.
Vanille is on top, like her health bar is on top, so I think Vanille?
I think so.
God, the camera's so bad! Jesus.
It's dynamic.
Back to exploring.
See, they misunderstood. Dynamic doesn't have to mean bad.
Better stay close.
Okay, I am playing her now. Oh my god, look at her walk cycle.
Just- Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's perfect. I love it.
Oh my god.
Literally skips.
Ah. Ryan, it's not a skip, it's a prance.
Gotta do a little prance.
Oh, stupid.
You sure this is the right way?
No, but there's an orb here. All that for 30 gil. I love that she has like rhythmic, almost high heel slapping sounds. It's like the loudest thing in the game right now.
Wait, it just has.
Look how she's
What?
attacking. That's
What is-
wild.
I don't understand what she has right now.
I don't know what type of weapon that is. Or how she knew how to use it.
I thought this place was supposed to be empty.
Orb, which means I gotta fight the little guys.
But Ryan, aren't you having fun with a combat system where you do almost nothing?
This is the weird thing, right? I literally have hit nothing except for the A button so far. And occasionally used a potion.
Ryan, what if this is just the combat system?
I know it isn't. I know this is not where the combat system ends.
But Ryan, what if it is?
Brett would have crucified this game.
What's wrong with her?
I'm just saying. I'm sure there's more things to mix it up. They need to start introducing those things.
Yeah,
they
it's
needed
weird
to
that
have
we're
done
an
that
hour in
a
and we
while
haven't
ago.
Go looking for trouble.
That. Where are we going? What direction am I supposed to be moving in? Okay.
What is
This
happening?
way.
No, wait, that's a
you
crashed
can't hide
ship.
it
Isn't
from
that
me.
where you came from? Whatever.
Okay, you can notice.
Oh my god, there's stealth. These cute little red enemies are interesting.
I do
Go on,
it.
Ryan, hit that A button.
You're gonna regret it.
I love that they're called Zwird Scan Droids. What a name.
Sorry.
I also love the little string weapon seems to be glitching out, and they don't always retract. Looks so goofy.
Where is he?
Ryan, I gotta be honest, if I was playing this, I probably would have quit a little while ago.
Here's the thing, Wyatt. I need to play this whole game. That's the problem. Is I'm
No,
not just gonna
Ryan,
quit.
Ryan,
I have to play the whole
hey,
game.
Ryan, let's make something perfectly clear. You do not have to play this whole game. This is something that you are putting on yourself right now.
It's a mainline
This is
Final
self-inflicted.
Fantasy that has split opinions. Some people really like it. Some people hate it. I need to know.
Ryan.
Like, just pay attention to how her staff is animating. Look how they like wackily float up and then back down. I have to know what the like concept for this weapon was supposed to be because I don't think it's coming across.
Well, it looks like a lacrosse stick.
Well, I figured it was gonna be like a white mage staff or something because it has an aesthetic
Yeah.
that's similar to white mage stuff in like Final Fantasy XIV.
Or just a staff. But
Even
it's
more
not even
mage.
that.
Pulse Falsey and Lissy are bad news. That's why Cocoon kicked them out. Live too close to the Falsey, one-way ticket to Pulse. That's the purge in a nutshell.
If they catch us here, they'll purge
Yeah,
us
but
too.
what's the lassie?
Problem.
What's my... Pulse is hell on Earth.
Oh my god. That was so bad.
We'll be okay. Calm down.
Get off me.
I cannot figure out what the relationship between these two is supposed to be, right?
Ryan, this dialogue is really bad. This dialogue is so bad.
I wonder if this game had localization problems too. I'm very curious.
It could totally be a localization thing.
Yeah, I know nothing about the localization, so I don't know if that's true or not. 'Cause generally, Final Fantasies have very good localization. but-
I was about to ask, even in the older titles, like, did it have good localization? Because
So
16's
there are
localization is
some that are
incredible.
like notably rough. If I remember, the original Final Fantasy VII's translation was very literal.
Mhm.
And like it was good enough, but it didn't really get any of the nuance across.
Because 16's, like I said, 16's is like incredible. so well done.
Actually, no, not 7. I think 8. I remember 8 had some issue surrounding. In the U.S., there's a perception of the main character as being a very stoic, cool guy, sort of like Cloud. But apparently, most of that was because in the localization, a lot of his lines were removed or changed to be a lot more like generic sounding.
Because Cloud was popular, so like, let's make him more like Cloud.
Yeah, I wonder like what the reasoning is. I'll have to look into it. I'm really fighting the camera right now.
Yeah, it's really, it's quite an eyesore.
At least I'm playing a character that actually has attack animations that make sense. That would just punch
just
them
doesn't-
empowered
See, but
by my
Ryan, you're
power
you're
circle.
switching attack animations not making sense for a fucking trench coat that makes no sense.
I'll take the trench coat. I understand the trench coat now.
I mean, I still have questions, but
Well, that has just got grenades.
You
You'd
can
think it would be
chuck 'em right
something
in
like a
front of him.
fireball, like a Final Fantasy thing, but no, he just throws grenades.
I do love that you're just punching robots and like guys in armor.
It's great. I'm
You're just punching metal.
just doing the punchy.
Oh God.
It does like a full swing whenever I move in a direction. I think Alex would throw up. I think this would really get his motion sickness going.
I think the problem, because like you say you have like partial control of the camera, right?
Yeah, so I can move it around on my own, and that feels fine. But as soon as I move in a direction, it like does the auto follow thing.
See, like the camera angle where they have it right now, like that needs to just be fully controllable. Otherwise, if it's kind of on rails like that, it's a nightmare visually.
So I want to just be clear: we're in the Foul Sea now, right? I think that's what was that whole scene before of them flying.
Yeah, but Ryan, what is the Foul Sea?
Great question.
What
Ryan.
is this thing that we're in right now?
I also want to know what a Lussie is.
Still won't budge?
I guess this is like our characters are gonna collide.
Listen.
Beg your pardon?
It was me. This is my fault.
Beg your pardon?
Cover your ears.
Huh? Oh, blast charge? Oh, wait, hold on. All right, hold. All right, go for it! Make it happen!
I'm so sorry. Please let me in. Please?
Hey! What? How'd you open it?
Great question, my guy.
After you.
I feel like Saze is us right now. Just in for the ride.
Yeah. He's the real player surrogate character.
A little confused, just here to... Shrouds are single-use aerosols that can only be used outside of battle and grant the party tactical advantage. Okay, so these are my Pokemon avoid encounter things.
Deceptisol?
I love Deceptisol. It's also, it's so goofy to me that they were like, what kind of item can we make these things that you use? And like Shroud, a Shroud sounds cool, but then they named them after aerosol gels, right? We're gonna name it like, this is like Lysol, but for...
How exciting.
I hope you're excited. Apply a spray of Deceptisol and you'll have no trouble getting a preemptive strike.
Especially when you yell preemptive strike.
I love all those blank spaces trying to tell me what
without
button
using
I
a
should
shroud,
use.
press or press, I don't know.
The map.
Rhett liked this?
Okay, it's left bumper. It's great because I literally just have to press every button on the controller as soon as a new control is introduced. Because I have no way of knowing otherwise.
Rhett liked this?
Rhett likes these games, yeah.
Alright.
Make the game happy and use the Deceptisol. Yeah, you can't see us, we're Deceptisol.
Get Deceptisol, bitch. Ryan, you can add all the Deceptisol you want. You're still just hitting A.
That's the thing, it's like I expected it to give me a new combat ability or something. Okay, I can, I think, control the camera in combat, maybe? Only side to side, alright.
Oh my god, this dynamic camera.
That was me moving it, not the game.
Okay, alright.
That was me being obnoxious because I was trying to figure out if I was actually controlling it or not.
Oh god.
It was kind of hard to tell. Okay. There's so many things here. I think that Deceptisol did basically nothing, but that's okay.
I do love how this guy has like rhythm when he's just sitting there.
Yeah,
He's got bounce.
he's moving with full body motions, you know.
Oh yeah.
I love that he lifts his leg when he shoots sometimes.
That's so cute.
Do a little pirouette. Oh, he's throwing his hand behind his back. I want to play him.
Listen, that man's got style, alright? He's a man of class.
He gives me big Ichiban energy from Yakuza, which is good. It's a good energy to have. Need the orb.
I want to know what these squares are that they're spinning around. I want to know what those are.
I feel like they're the weapons. They do like a little bounce. Look at him just bouncing. I think I will say is combat doesn't take too long. I think this would be a lot more obnoxious if I was auto-selecting in a turn-based game.
Mm-hmm.
But because this moves so quickly, it's not really as boring as it looks.
That is one thing that part of the reason I get sick of turn-based combat really quickly, especially when there's a lot of it, is that even small encounters take a while and it can really like break pacing. But I guess
you need like a
that's
good
one
auto
advantage.
battle.
Yeah,
Make up
that's
for
one
that.
advantage to the system that you're doing is that they're very snappy.
I need the one more thing right now. I need the layer of how do I add anything other than just a basic attack or a little circle. They're like elements. They're a job system.
I believe no one noticed this thing for all these years.
Did no one notice it? Is this the Fal'Cie? Is that... Because it was being moved, so someone noticed it.
Did we just miss something? Like, did
I think there was
somebody-
a second line that he was supposed to say that I started a combat in the middle of.
No, but like, did we just miss what the Fal'Cie is?
I don't think
did
so.
we miss something?
I don't think so. Unless it was in like the manual or something, that could be the case.
Cause like I'm imagining right now us missing something, and then someone who knows this game really well is watching it is like, no, they already explained it. God damn it.
Right? 'Cause I don't have any magic, so the lack of a magic stat isn't a bad thing. Use my little circle AoE over and over. Oh, I was gonna mix it up with some attacks this time. I would say I like the whole screen turned red when someone was close to dead, because otherwise I would have missed it. Fully.
Yeah. Even though, to be fair to the game, their health bar is right there.
Yeah, absolutely my fault. Not the game's. Now I'm kind of just going into autopilot. The interest in the combat system is steadily declining.
Yeah, they gotta add something.
Robotic death machines. Fantastic.
If I were doing this, I
Thank
would have
you.
added
Thank you.
something the first time you change
Might be some
characters, right?
soldiers trapped in here too.
Yeah.
Would've been a good
Except they'd
spot.
probably be l'Cie by now. Huh? Not even human anymore. Just post-l'Cie. Enemies of Cocoon.
What?
Can't show them any mercy.
What?
So you become a l'Cie and then you're viewed as less than human? Is that the idea?
But what is?
There's the next one.
My best guess, and this is only because I've played Final Fantasy 16 recently, which has the whole system of bearers that are seen as like they're literally enslaved because they can use magic. I wonder if it's that type of situation.
Is that a recurring thing in Final Fantasy games where like people who use magic are like
Not in most
kind
of them.
looked
It's
down
a
on?
16 thing.
It's one of the most interesting things in 16 for me. I find it really fascinating.
No, yeah, it's a really interesting part of the 16 setting. And maybe that's a thing that started here? But I don't know yet, because very little has happened.
Wrapped up and ready.
Gotta throw some grenades. Yeah, those little guys are really just mooks. Did not last long. Pay attention too, because I changed weapons on lightning. I don't know if her weapon out of combat changed. I know in combat it did change. But she is like a sheath, so it makes more sense if it doesn't change.
But for her, it would be like she has her little red cape in combat, and then it's just not there outside of combat.
Yeah, it just disappears.
All right.
I'm not gonna let the coat thing go.
It's bizarre. It is really bizarre, especially because it keeps coming back, and I'm like, I wish there was something on this character for me to look at.
Hang on,
Down
baby.
on the block.
Your hero's
Like-
on the way.
Like it. That line was so goofy. If it was like a little cape, that's one thing, because you could imagine him taking the cape off in between fights, but it's a patch that's supposed to be like permanently on the coat, so it just makes you like question even more.
Little light beams are
He
happening.
is here. Calling himself a hero.
Okay, so is the thing now that Hope just doesn't like Snow because Snow gave his mom a gun and then she died?
He's coming out.
Ugh.
What should I do?
Tell him what you need to.
I also can't place her accent.
Nothing I say will change what happened.
I just can't place her as a character.
Part of
Why is
that
she
is
doing
definitely
any of
because
this?
Could just
I put the volume maybe a little too low, but there was no way to lower the combat music without also lowering the character voices.
I just don't know like why she's doing any of this. What's her
I
motivation?
think she's just here for the ride.
And
This
she's the
trance
one
says I'm here for the ride.
and not Hope. Okay.
I imagine when the full party is formed, you'll be able to switch characters. Assuming that's what we're about to hit. I think... Because that's like a good end session for the first time, is once the party's together. Which feels like it's about to happen. Okay, I'm getting attacked by dogs, okay.
What is this weapon called in game?
You know what? I should go read the weapon lore. I need to read the
I
weapon
need
lore
to
of what
know
this
what
is.
the hell this thing is. I mean, I'll give the game this. I've never seen anything like it before.
It really is something.
It's like a really weird version. You know the fucking whip that the Belmonts use in Smash Brothers? It's like that. Because it kind of like retracts back in. Or am I thinking of something else? What am I thinking?
Yeah, but theirs is like a morning star that with a long chain, right? It's more
The
of like an
physics make
actual
sense.
weapon looking thing.
The physics makes sense.
Let's see. I forgot we hadn't looked at it.
What's what's Hope's? Does Hope have one?
Oh, I love this.
It's so bad.
This is
so
so
bad.
very much a remnant of the early 2010s.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
The binding rod. By casting high tensile wires, this unusual weapon can be used to attack opponents from a moderate distance.
Then why does it look like a... I don't...
Got the sound of it, right? Yeah.
It looks like if you had a shaman enemy in a video game, that's the stick they would use. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like
Or-
the white
or
mage
something
aesthetic,
like that.
right? Like,
I mean, sure, I don't... I don't know.
Can we take it a little slower?
A little slow... What? Shut up.
I'm sure that would sound less out of place once it's not in a presumably time-sensitive section of the game. Come on, Pantheron, let me hit you. I do also love that the B is just in the Pantheron name because it's Pantheron B.
Well, that wasn't scary at all.
Well, there's Pantheron A and Pantheron B. So I'm assuming it's like
Yeah,
if
however
you have
many
3 enemies,
you
it's
have.
A, B, and C.
100 gil. A lot of gil.
And nothing
It's
to
weird
use it
because
on.
this is like there is a you can see the shop if you go to the save point. There's a shop.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
This feels like a mini dungeon or something, but because my combat loop is so basic right now,
Well, there's also no like dungeon. There's no puzzle mechanics or anything. You're just. What the
they're
hell?
giving me like an amount of stuff to deal with that is
That's pretty freaky.
a little wacky.
What are they?
See, you failed.
Okay, so they're not Lassie. They're Lassie who did badly.
Focus the Fal'Cie gave him.
What?
That line feels like it expects us to know what a Lassie is first.
Let's even these odds.
Okay. Does it allow you to switch?
Just throwing hand grenades. Is laying snow now? Okay. I've got a little status screen.
Okay, so there are like elemental weaknesses, but
We just don't have any of them yet.
yeah, I'd want to play as the kid with the cool folding boomerang.
How did you get in here? You gotta leave.
The voice actor for Snow
Okay,
is
listen.
very like boy
Find
band.
someplace to hide and keep quiet. Once
I
You
mean,
know
the
what I
character
mean?
design is also kind of boy band.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
You'll be home in time for dinner.
You.
Wait. Who's Sarah?
My wife. Future wife, that is.
There's a word for that, you know, it's called a fiance.
She's a pulse Lassie.
I
She's
would
here
chalk that up
somewhere,
to maybe like a
along with that
localization
Fal'Cie.
thing.
I gotta find her and set
I
her
could see that
free.
being a
What's wrong with you? Why do you want to help a Lassie? They're the enemy.
misunderstanding or something.
How can you save a Lassie? You're not. That's insane.
Probably. But I gotta do something, right? I'll be back.
Should we wait around for him?
How many times
Did
does this
you
kid
arrive?
just drop to
Gotta
his
go to Pulse.
knees?
I love the thing, he dropped to his knees at the start of that cutscene, stood up, and then dropped to them again at the end.
We were just visiting Bodum. But the army took us. Threw us on that train. Because of that guy, Mom is.
Probably shouldn't leave them alone.
And he wants to help a Lassie.
Dude, no one cares about the children in this fucking game. Parents just actively leave their children to go fight in a war. They're given assault rifles. This is so weird.
You gotta talk to him, Hope. If you don't take this chance, you'll regret it forever.
We're doing this right now? What the fuck?
Okay.
Let's go.
I feel like Vanille's gonna end up being the big bad. She's the final villain, and we just haven't uncovered it yet.
What's gotten into you, soldier? Thought you came for a fight.
My sister.
Your sister?
She's a Lassie.
What? A pulse Lassie?
The Fal'Cie has her captive, but I'll find her.
I hate these
Is
terms
she still-
because I don't fully.
There's no
What was her
explanation.
focus?
Oh my god.
When she became a Lassie, what did the Fal'Cie order her to do?
It's like watching a
It wasn't
mid-season
blow up
like
Cocoon or
Destiny
anything like that,
cutscene when you
was
have
it?
no idea what the fucking proper nouns they're using
Okay,
are.
so I think I'm grasping. So her sister is probably the one that's the other dude's future wife. Use his
Okay.
terminology.
Uh-huh.
And it seems like the Fal'Cie is a thing that
The person
asks you to
gets
do
cursed by a
something
Fal'Cie,
and turns you into
they become
Lassie
a
when you
Lassie.
do that.
And they get given a focus, right?
Really? Okay.
Okay, they're literally explaining it now. Good.
How do I put this? If they don't carry it out, Lassie end up as one of those things.
Love the jiggle physics for that guy's hair.
What I'm saying is, if your sister's gone that far, I mean, she might still. How can I? Oh man. There's no way to turn a Lassie back into a human. Even if she completes her focus, there's no changing her fate. She'll live her life as a Fal'Cie slave.
Okay, they're explaining things, but it's in that like as you know type like exposition. They need a character that
Don't
doesn't
make her
understand
suffer.
these things to explain it to them,
Just say it.
so that you're explaining
Or
it to
they
the
need
audience
to
as
do
well.
it
Never become a Lassie should be wiped
in a
off the
more
face
in
of Cocoon.
context way, right?
Because this is like very shoved in there.
It's people like you that started the purge in the first place.
Oh,
That's
these
really where that
cutscenes.
scene ended?
What the fuck? They're so disjointed and awkward.
You have this loot over here, so...
I will say I like the setup of you're following two different characters who are trying to save the same person for different reasons, and their relation to that one character is different. It's a fun idea.
Cool startup.
It's a fun
Also,
setup.
I am a fan of if you pick attack twice and the thing you're attacking dies, it then attacks the other thing instead of wasting it. As a simple thing, a lot of JRPGs don't get that right.
It's nice. Nice little touch.
Oh boy, a power wristband. Is it better than the iron bangle?
Better strength, but worse hit
Can I
points.
give it to...
Oh my god, I forgot! This
Yeah,
little-
yeah. But for some reason, he's the one getting hit all the time, so I'm gonna give him the... Oh my god, it's so
like-
funny because his is just an
he's like
open
doing-
mouth.
He's like trying to do the Instagram model face, you know what I mean?
I don't think he is, because if you go into it, it's like he was talking. He's literally
But-
mid-sentence.
But when it's just still like that, that's what it looks like he's doing.
It's very funny. Nothing important on that screen. And these are some cool enemies. I like the enemy designs a lot.
Production value is good. Like, it's a Squeenix Final Fantasy game. It's like
Especially in
come-
context for when this came out. I think
Oh yeah.
looking at
For
this
sure.
right after the launch of Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth comes out in a couple of days, it's it's stiff in that regard.
But for the time, like, great, really, really well done. Really impressive, for sure.
But considering the thing before this was 12, which was Not a bad looking game, but it certainly looks much more dated than this.
Have you gotten to the point in Tears of the Kingdom, Ryan, where you fight Gibdo? Or Gibdos?
Yeah.
These things kind of look like Gibdos.
Yeah, they remind me of little Gibdos.
Lanky and like hunched.
Game, I'm really needing something. Just anything to hold some attention.
I love when the camera just zooms in on him.
It's
just
so funny.
Bounce it away.
I will say the camera seems to be behaving a little more right now.
It's like when they're trying to do certain angles, I can see what they're trying to do, but it's cut so awkwardly and the timing just doesn't quite work. I can see what they're trying to do. It just doesn't quite
You can see the intent.
Good attempt. Good intent.
Good effort.
It did not really work out.
The 20th time I've just hit A in a row.
Yeah.
Tears of frustration. That's what I'm feeling. Okay.
Oh,
Got a big boy.
that's cool. Ryan, you sounded slightly distressed there.
Because I was hoping the big boy would mean we get a tutorial with another thing to do, but it doesn't. And now I'm sad.
It has to be more. There has to be more than this later.
I know there is. I have seen gameplay of this game, and I know there is more to it. So,
But it is a huge
gotta get
issue.
there. But this is a long time,
Yeah.
and it's not even like there's been that many cutscenes. Like the cutscene to gameplay ratio is pretty good. So,
I will say it feels like we are in like an exciting opening sequence. This opening sequence is taking a long time.
it's too long. Yeah.
It's like when you play a modern Assassin's Creed game and it takes like 4 hours just to get to like the title. And you're like, what? Why did that take so long?
B&W Outfitters. Oh my god.
Wow. How exciting.
I can't afford their iron bangle.
It's kind of a shame that they couldn't. I guess it would be really difficult to figure out how to do vendors in a setting like this, but it's not as much fun when the vendor is also just like the same point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there are like actual shops later. This might just be like an opening thing, and maybe those are just general supplies. They sell like potions and stuff. Nothing too crazy.
Which would be fine.
It's nice to have an easy way to get more potions and stuff if you need them. Well, I will say they've been generous with the potions so far. I don't feel like I'm at risk of having a problem with healing.
Would you say like overly generous or?
I don't know, because right now there's very little that it feels like I could do to skillfully like avoid taking damage.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not even playing this, and it looks kind of mind-numbing.
It's pretty to look at. I'm starting to hit the point where I'm gonna get bored. So I'm hoping this like party get-together moment that's about to happen is gonna solve that.
Well, and the
But
worst
first,
part
there's
is
an entire
too.
corridor of things to hit one by one.
The worst part is too, because they're not introducing anything new. You might be able to get through these battles even quicker if you had more options. But like,
I want something to convince me that I should not just be hitting auto battle every time. That's the thing. Because like
Well, and
Final
here's the other
Fantasy
thing.
XII has, you can literally automate Final Fantasy XII, but it's a lot more interesting because you have to like program your characters. You have to like give them orders and when to do stuff. So it feels, even though you're pressing no buttons, it feels more interesting because you had to actually set them up that way.
sure. The other problem I'm seeing too is we were praising before how the battles are pretty quick, so it doesn't get too like overly drawn out, which is good. But I'm almost seeing like they're so quick that the like transition into a battle screen is still kind of interrupting the flow because it's so quick. It's like a weird flow break in a different way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think a boss. I need a boss fight.
Wait, when was lightning hit? Hold on, did I miss something?
That's not gonna go.
Oh, okay.
One of them's focusing on me.
I didn't even see like a hit. Okay. Never mind.
The music's great. The music's very
yeah.
good. Love the violins.
Always sound good.
Like his little explosion thing. Okay. Game, you gotta give me something. You gotta let me do something.
Ryan, it's teasing you.
Oh my god, a character.
Sarah! Time to go. We have to leave before the army. What?
That's a Pulse brand. That girl's a Lassie.
I already told you that.
Even in this crazy sci-fi tech world, they still figured out a way to get someone in a schoolgirl outfit.
Listen, if she fails her focus, you know how that'll end.
And killing her is
Sad.
mercy. You came.
Sarah!
Sarah.
Is that my hero?
They gotta stop with the hero shit. It's so
It's so
cringe.
wacky.
It's so cringe. I love how
Really
angry
hammering
she
our
is. She's
heads
like,
with it.
Who the hell are you?
Let's get you out of here.
Hands off. I'm taking her home.
Sis.
I'm not your sister. You couldn't
Oh, they
protect
do know
her.
each other. Okay.
It's your fault she can save us. Sarah? You can save us. Protect us all. Save Cocoon. Save Cocoon? Sarah? That was your focus?
Anything. I'll do anything. Leave it to me. You'll see. I'll protect Cocoon. I'll save everyone.
Somehow. I'll make things right.
Oh my god.
You just relax.
Is she injured? Is she just okay?
Sarah!
What is happening?
Sarah! Sarah!
Give something a very high concept.
See who fulfill their focus are transformed into crystal and gain eternal life.
Just like the stories say.
Sarah, sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams? She's not sleeping! Sarah's... She's...
Oh my god.
She's alive.
No.
The legend. Remember the legend.
Oh, the legend Wyatt.
Who fulfilled their
Oh, of
focus
course, I
and
remember.
gain eternal life. It's the same with Sarah. Eternal life. She's not dead.
Is she just gonna hang out there?
I promise
You gonna
to
marry a
be hers
crystal
forever.
bud?
I don't care how
This
many
moment-
years I have to wait.
Like,
It's
feels
over.
so unearned.
Open
I
your
don't.
eyes
What's?
and face reality.
That back to reality.
Sarah,
Oh, there goes gravity.
does becoming a Lassie really mean losing everything?
Why is the narration her? What's happening?
What now?
Ryan, this is like kind of bad. It's like kind of bad.
This is such a wacky intro.
The target is almost in place. Surface team, what is your status? Good to go. Resistance is under control. The assault proceeds as planned. Leave no trace. The pulse vestige never existed.
I think the word to describe what I'm experiencing with this story right now, Ryan, is empty spectacle. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
Like that's what I'm getting from this right now.
So we got a bunch of wire cables.
We got a bunch of pneumatic tubes everywhere.
Omen turned into a crystal. And to be fair, that's pretty normal Final Fantasy. That happens in a lot of games.
Are they taking it back to Pulse? That's what the purge was, right?
All they care about is getting everything from Pulse off Cocoon. Dead or alive, it's all the same.
We can't stay here. They'll kill us.
Yeah, you all forget there is a literal child.
His knees again. He's just hanging out there. This intro is such a mess.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Trenchcoat, where you going?
Yeah, love that he called him Trenchcoat.
See. Got some things to talk about.
What? You're gonna ask it to help her? Are you out of your mind, kid? That thing wants to chew us up and spit us out.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Still hasn't answered the question of what a fal'Cie is.
What?
Lightning?
Here we go.
So is Lightning her like birth name, or is it a name that she's given?
What a
'Cause,
stupid
like,
question.
everyone
Wyatt.
else.
What a stupid question. Of course it's a birth name.
Because like everyone else has like, I don't
Like
want to say
Snow?
normal names, but like there's Sarah, and there's Godot, and then there's just Lightning
And Snow.
and Snow
And Hope. And
and
Vanille.
Hope. Okay, but Hope is an actual name.
Yeah, I
and I
do
can
know
forgive. And like Vanille, I can. That's a fantasy name, whatever. But just Lightning and Snow. Listen, if all the names were like that, I wouldn't even be questioning it. But it's just these two with fucking weird, out of place names. These Die Hardman ass names.
Look, I love Die Hardman, so...
Oh, you could love it. It is dumb, but you could. It's fine.
Sometimes stupid is the best thing to be. Now, Wyatt, let's point out a key thing that just happened, in that I immediately turned and avoided a fight. And that's a bad thing to happen. Your JRPG is for me to not want to do the fight.
That was a conscious choice.
So this is the fal'Cie.
Ah, yes, the that, whatever
thing.
that is, there it is,
The
in all its glory.
You gave her a focus, and she did it. You got what you want. Now let her go!
My God.
Please, turn her back. I'll be your Lassie instead!
Fine. You go on begging. Like this thing gives a damn what we want! Ah!
What is this thing? What is it?
Lightning!
It's this
Oh, I'm
thing's
gonna
fault
lose
it
my
started.
mind.
And it's people who are dying. Sarah told us to save Cocoon.
They're like
This
dancing
needs to
around it
die.
constantly.
I just want to know what it do. What do it do?
What is it?
What's
What
the thing?
is its purpose? I have never seen a story just absolutely refuse to explain its MacGuffin.
Yeah, this is wild.
This is
I truly don't understand.
crazy. Is that the fal'Cie?
Good reaction, kid. That's what I would be thinking.
Is that crystal? Okay, I'm done asking. I don't give a shit anymore.
What a silly question, Wyatt. Why would you even ask that?
You really think you can kill a fal'Cie?
I know the answer.
I'm doing this for Sarah.
Dodge.
Who? What?
I'm in. As long as you don't mind an amateur.
I honestly forgot that the little
I got
chocobo
these
chick
things.
was there.
It's
Might as
perfect.
well use it.
Thanks.
Give me something, game. Give me something. Give me a tutorial. I want to know.
Come on. There's a boss. No! Ryan, it's not giving you shit.
At least in this one, it looks like I've got a choice if I can attack the arm.
How exciting.
It's a choice.
How exciting.
Come on, game. Give me something. Something to work with.
Ryan, what a stupid request. What a silly, silly request.
I mean, I can see the bones of something good.
But they're refusing to give you any other body part.
No meat.
No meat.
There is no meat.
This is a
of right
vegetarian
now.
combat system.
And I do want to point out, I trust Brett's opinion that this gets better later. But we're at the point where if we were doing Game Pass Games Club, this would be the end of what we played.
This is what we in the biz call a bad first impression.
Okay.
The story is jumbled and does not explain its various elements very well. The dialogue is not very good. And combat is smushing A bunch of times.
At least this one's hitting me enough that I have to actually use potions.
Again, how exciting!
It does feel a little bit more frenetic because I'm having to bounce between a bunch of stuff at once. But
Where are we?
they're in the crystal dimension.
Are they in the fal'Cie?
What's going on?
Okay, well this thing's much cooler.
There's church bells? Is that part of the score? Or is that, like sound design stuff? Because it
I think
sounds like it's coming
the
from.
bottom of it is the church bells. has got no legs and instead has church
Wow.
bells.
Why are there church bells? Why?
Because it's religious symbolism, and this thing, I guess, is a god? Seems like the idea.
Oh my god. Like 1940s film footage.
Now this is definitely a pre-rendered cutscene because it's incredibly crispy.
Yeah. Extra crispy. To be honest, I have no fucking idea what just happened.
Like crystallized
And I was
everything.
afraid.
I think.
When the future was clear, and it hurt to see.
Also, are you also getting the weird bits of
Yeah,
like...
it looks like the video is
on
like 2 pixels too small, and so
Yeah.
I think I'm getting game view outside of that.
Oh my god. That's so embarrassing.
This is from the era of Square Enix doing bad PC ports.
Right,
I'm gonna let this cutscene play, and I think that's gonna be our stopping point for tonight.
You have a whole game ahead of you, this,
Are they in
Ryan.
Xanarkand? What's going on? Day
I'm sorry,
11,
the
what were
city
the
of
first 10
Bottom?
days?
I'm sorry, the city of Bottom? Gotta love that city of Bottom.
The whole gang's here tonight. How'd that happen? Don't know. Destiny? More like dumb luck. Let's go find him.
Excuse me.
See you around.
What is going on, Wyatt? I'm so confused.
I...
She said she'd be at
Is this the past or the future?
I forgot about these other clowns.
Is this before or after what just happened?
Sorry.
I don't know.
Now, who
I-
did you say you were looking for?
What? But...
Here goes.
What a fucking doofus.
Okay, so this has to be the past?
This has to be the past.
But why was it day 11?
Maybe I was. I was hoping that tomorrow I can tell my sister. She'll be so mad, knowing I hid it from her.
Also, I'm just gonna say it, the way that these two characters are designed, he looks way older than her.
You know, you should ask for something.
He's also like a full foot taller.
Which doesn't help.
The schoolgirl outfit also not doing much.
No,
to help
no. With a weird see-through outer layer. I don't like it.
As soon as they feel their focus, they become crystal and gain eternal life.
Would help if they gave you some clue about what you're supposed to do.
Why wasn't this at the beginning?
We'll figure this thing out. You will never be one of those monsters.
So what will I be? A crystal?
Yep.
Oh my god.
This is also clearly not like the same place we were just in.
Don't know much about jewelry, but I hope you like it.
He looks
wanna
like
know
a
what the-
college.
what
I'm
does
sorry.
day
He looks like
11
a
mean?
college dropout trying to flirt with a high schooler, and it's.
I also
just
love that he says
so
he doesn't know much about jewelry while wearing 3 necklaces.
Yours forever.
Well, clearly he. Listen, Ryan. He doesn't know much about jewelry because he spent all of his time learning about interchangeable patches that go on his trench coat.
Will you marry me?
Oh my god.
Yes.
She said yes!
There's literally no one around for you to say she said yes, but it's fine. Whatever.
I wonder if Brett remembers the start of this game. I wonder what he remembers.
Either he
about
doesn't
this.
remember the start of this game, or this game gets absolutely fucking incredible to make up for it. Because this is bad, Ryan. I'm just gonna. This is bad.
Gotta love these fireworks. They granted my wish.
Your wish.
Before I asked you to marry me, I wish that you would say yes.
Wow, what a unique wish.
This guy
Then
is
maybe
just
they'll
looks
grant
and
mine,
sounds
too.
like such
What's that?
a douche canoe. Like
Have the courage
he's
to tell
so
Lightning
unlikable.
that I've become a Lassie.
Hey, our engagement is way bigger news. Oh man, I can't wait to see her face. She'll be my new sister.
Yeah.
Is that Troy Baker?
I don't know.
It kind of sounds like him, doesn't it?
A little bit. Hard to tell because this was like 12 something years ago, I think.
Hold on, I'm gonna
More
look it
than
up.
that?
I'm gonna look it up.
I would say the pre-rendered cutscenes look good. This one at least looks a lot better than the other one.
Hey, Snow.
Yeah.
You're the one who chose to ride a motorcycle jet inside of fireworks. That's your fault, my guy.
That was close.
Yep, Troy Baker, Snow Villiers.
Gorgeous. Our own private heaven.
Oh, Laura Bailey voices Sarah.
Oh, I can hear it now that you said it. Yeah.
Very pretty piece of music.
Yeah, I mean, this scene is fine, but I'm still confused about the whole day 11 thing. Which makes this feel weird, because I know I'm supposed to feel something during this scene, but because I was just confused
the
for
dialogue
most of
is
it.
not. The dialogue is not very good.
But the rest of it's good, right? Like, it looks good, it sounds good. I can get over the dialogue being awkward. But I'm just missing the context for that scene to matter. Wow, it literally asked me to save, then gave me a cutscene and asked me to save again.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Brett made it past the intro. I feel like he would not enjoy this intro very much.
I'm stunned, legitimately.
Is this for real?
Ryan, you absolutely have to tell me if this gets better. I like now I'm invested and I have to know. I will not be playing it
Ryan's
myself,
cool.
but I want you to know.
Yeah, wouldn't recommend it. But maybe I'll
You have
get
an
there.
entire game of this to play.
Lake Brescia?
Brescia.
Do me a favor, Wyatt. Look up how long it is to beat this game on how long to beat. what have I signed
Are you
myself up
starting-
for?
Are you starting to question things, Ryan?
How in the world did we end up here?
How should I know?
We're in love. How?
Sarah! No one survives a fall from that height. Not without a miracle. Sarah saved us!
Sarah?
Oh, Ryan.
It's only
Oh
my fault.
no.
According to How Long to Beat, 48 hours.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
16 took me like
48
100.
hours, Ryan. 48 hours of this for me, would be torture.
Well, the hope is that it's not this, right? Is to do something.
That's the hope. But if someone said, "Hey, you got to play this entire game," and
Okay,
I
so these are
played this-
literally like bearers. Basically, they get cursed with magic, and then people think they suck.
Okay.
What is that sword? I love it. I love that it just fully unfolded. Please. Oh my god, they're giving me the one more finally. Okay. We're gonna do the tutorial and then we're gonna stop. I love press something to access the paradigm deck. Alright, left bumper. Okay, so this is the job system. Also changes my whole party's roles. Okay.
Stay sharp.
Back off!
Oh, that took a second.
Into solidarity. Solidarity makes Snow a sentinel. Shield others from enemies. Vanille's a medic. Okay.
Back off!
Alright, and it gave me another thing. Okay, we're cooking, we're cooking. What's a technique? Libra. I don't know what this is gonna do. Alright, I did something.
We gotta win this!
Okay, I'm seeing how that can be more interesting. Because now I'm having to juggle between.
All right, wait.
party
How
roles.
late? How long are we into the game now?
2 hours and 16 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Uh huh. Yep. All right. Yep.
So we really are, Lissy.
Looks like it.
You too?
Yep. Right here.
Oh my god.
Oh, what's-
Kidding
Lissy
me.
to the last.
Never change, Square Enix.
Why me?
God.
I don't even know you. But you have to go and attack that thing?
Okay. Can we, Ryan? If you stream more of this game, we have to put up a counter of how many times this twerp falls on his fucking knees.
It's your fault, my.
Absolutely. It's...
All of this is your and Sarah's fault.
Watch it!
I don't know. I kind of agree with the kid the most right now.
I mean, it's dumb
Kid's
that he blames.
way in over his head.
He's acting the way a kid would in this situation.
You'll see. Come on.
Again, who is the Vanilla?
I also
What's her
don't know.
character?
Vanille.
What's her name?
I
Vanille?
don't know how old she's supposed to be as well. I'm not sure if she's meant to be
See,
like an adult or a teen
I
or
don't
what.
understand.
We're all playing for
Oh
team
my god, Says I love you for doing that little pose.
Why me?
This is a very
Team
pretty area.
Pulse. This is cool. Like
I'm a big
frozen
fan of
crashing
ice.
waves. Yeah, it looks neat. Looks neat.
I am very disappointed they didn't spawn me next to a save point
Trust the soldier to keep her cool through this mess.
because I want to save so we can stop.
Oh my god, it keeps going!
This is so many. We've hit cutscene
If
territory.
we don't know our focus, how do we complete it?
I think I saw it.
Saw what?
That is how focus comes down, people. The Foul Sea, they don't spell it out with clear-cut instructions. All you get is a hazy glimpse. Well, you know, that's what they say. You know, legends and all. Legends.
Did you see anything?
I just... It's all kind of foggy, but I saw this big, towering.
What? Wait a minute.
So big.
Hold on now. Do we all have the same dream?
Ragnarok.
You can't just say Ragnarok with no context.
Can I go? Can I
So,
leave?
We all saw the same.
But why? They all had the same dream.
We all heard that same
Ragnarok.
voice.
And we all really want a save point.
But how are we supposed to know what to do from that?
That's our focus right now, Ryan. Get to a save point.
The dream's the only hint the Falsey gives us.
How convenient that the game uses the same terminology.
We're pulselessly.
Thank God.
Enemy's a cocoon. So, does that mean that our focus is? Are we supposed to
Save her.
say what?
Our focus is to protect Cocoon.
Really? Okay. And why's that?
Sarah told us. Let's do it. We're all in this together. I'm gonna look for Sarah. She ought to be nearby.
Oh my God. This
My guy,
dialogue-
she's a crystal.
This dialogue is so bad, Ryan.
Oh, I see a save point in the distance. I saw him running towards it.
That boy
Thank
can't stay
fucking God.
Arium, okay. Now develop their powers, learning new abilities, improving attributes, strength, magic, and HP.
Oh my God. Another tutorial.
And of Christogenesis. My Christogen points.
Oh no. Ryan.
Yeah.
Gradually consuming CP.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's just not. Let's ignore that. Because a lot of games call this resource CP. And it's weird every time. I'm supposed to direct the course of Christogenesis. It's probably Christogenesis, but still. I'll advance until you run out.
I mean, is
It'll
that
stop
any better or
automatically running
worse?
points.
Like.
I'm guessing the inputs correctly. So.
But Ryan, you get to earn more CP. I can't. Oh my God.
What snows? What can snow do? It's kind of neat that it's like 3D and they're all in a line. That's cool.
Kind of cool looking.
You learned Fringe Ward. Okay, so I have all of these. Alright. That's enough of that. I'm seeing how it's more interesting now, though. I can see
Get me out
the
of this
developments.
Get me out of this nightmare.
But this is already much longer than we intended to go. So I'm going to save. And then Snow, you can shut it about finding the others. And we're good. We're done. I'm going to let it sit here on lightning, staring into the distance. Brett. Brett. Ooh. I didn't get another button aside from A in combat until 2 hours and 15 minutes in.
2 hours. 2 hours.
You got some explaining to do, my guy.
The rest of this game, again, I'm going to say this again. He either has to have completely forgotten how rough this opening is, or the rest of the game has to be like an 11
Good
out
enough.
of 10.
Alright, well, that's the end. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.